Okay, the fourth feature that I want to show you is actually something you're going to find all over the FAST applications now. The sample I'm going to give for you today, and I encourage you to check out the specific videos on the data entry pages to get more information. I'm just going to give a really quick overview today of that feature. Now, these pages appear all over the place in the administration pages. So if you are a system or application administrator, you may have already come across these pages. So let me give you an example here. I've started a pretty basic budget transfer form within budget and forecasting. The difference here is that the page initially looks blank, and the way that I know I'm working with a data entry page is it's going to have this icon on the bottom. It says this is a data entry page. Click on a cell to start editing. Now, before I can begin edits, I have to actually start the worksheet. So to do that, each one of these pages will have a plus new button. By clicking plus new, it's going to open up the first row, and it's also going to show me in a shade of pink which cells for my institution or my department are actually mandatory. I'm not going to be able to save this row or save this record without completing all of those cells. We've designed this so that you can navigate this page with only your keyboard. If you prefer using the mouse, that's totally fine, but we have designed it so you have the option to use the mouse or the keyboard exclusively. So as I tab through, and I use just my standard tab key on the keyboard, I can do a couple things here. If I know the codes or text I'd like to enter, you can go ahead and do that. If you don't, you can also start typing what you want to type in if you know the beginning, and just click your enter key. That's going to open up a drop-down menu that sort of works like a search without the wildcard. And then go ahead and scroll down and find whichever code you'd like to use, and then we can pull that into our search. Same goes for any of the other cells. If you know it, type it in, click tab. If you don't, feel free to use the search button. The key difference with the magnifying glass is instead of clicking tab, you're going to click enter. Now here's one of the key things I wanted to point out. If you are scrolling forward, making your entries, make a mistake, it's going to do that. Did you catch that fact that the cell turned orange? Let me do that again. I missed a number while I was inputting my data. FAST knew that it was incorrect. It's going to validate this information as I go. Now, I can use my mouse to toggle back and forth, or a lot easier is I can just click my Shift tab, and it's going to bring me back a cell. So again, tab moves you forward, Shift tab moves you back. As I get to required cells, I'm going to have to make a selection. And once I get to the end of the page, I could just go ahead and click that save icon, or if I just go ahead and click tab again, it's just going to open up the next row beneath it. Now, I want to quickly show you this toolbar. Once you begin typing, the toolbar is going to be enabled. What you have the option to do is a couple things. One is there is an undo button that also kind of looks like a rollback button. If you click this button once, it's going to undo the last change that you made. And if you click redo, it's going to put that back. The other thing you can do is if you highlight an entire row, you have the ability now to either delete or copy it. Once I've made the edits I want to make initially, you can go ahead and save. Keep in mind, if you leave this page before clicking save, first of all, FAST is going to warn you that that might be not the best thing to do. But if you do anyway, you're going to not have saved your changes. So make sure you click save every so often. And you can still go back and edit anything you want by clicking a row number, highlighting, you can copy or delete, or if you want to make another entry, just click plus new, and it's going to add another row at the bottom of your spreadsheet. Another quick note is that if you're working on a page where you also have the ability to import an Excel spreadsheet, like you do here, you can still click import and add your Excel imported data to an existing spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be a blank document that you start off with. In this case, if I were to import 1,000 rows from an Excel spreadsheet, it would simply add it to my existing budget transfer. The last thing I want to mention is security has also changed because of the new data entry style pages. If you need some help with managing your security from an administrative perspective, please give me a call or send me an email and we can set up some training for you. It's an important distinction that now allows you to see which end users can actually make data entry changes or modifications and which ones are only allowed to run the reports but not make modifications to them.